In the tight corners of Gaza, there's a man who's like a shadow. His name is Mohammed Deif, the elusive boss of the Izz ad-Din al-Qassam brigades, Hamas's armed wing. They call him the Guest because he's always hiding, never staying in one place. He's been on Israel's radar for more than 26 years, constantly slipping through their fingers. His knack for escaping has made him something of a legend. October 7th is a day that shook Israel, a day that's been stamped into their memory. That's the day Deif showed his skills and left his mark on history. We will show you the man behind the mystery. What has he lost? How did he dodge 7 attempts on his life? We'll also examine that October 7th day and how Deif, aka the cat with 9 lives, keeps living through it all. Peeling back the layers of Mohammed Deif's persona, we seek to understand the militant and the man he is beneath the shroud of his public image. Born as Mohammed Diab Ibrahim al-Masri in the 1960s, Deif's early life in the Khan Yunis refugee camp would chart a course fraught with resistance and conflict. His evolution from a young boy in a refugee camp to a leader in Hamas was punctuated by significant events. During his time at the Islamic University of Gaza, his worldview expanded, initially engaging with theater before the tide of political fervor turned his talent elsewhere. It was the era of the First Intifada when Deif in his 20s was first detained. These formative experiences, including 16 months of imprisonment, would cement his path towards militancy. Since joining Hamas around 1990, Deif honed his bomb-making skills under the tutelage of Yahya Ayyash, a notorious bomb maker often referred to as the Engineer. He has been implicated in orchestrating numerous suicide bombings since 1995, and he has been directly blamed for the deaths of numerous Israelis. Additionally, Deif is recognized for devising a complex network of tunnels beneath the Gaza Strip and for developing the Qassam rocket. A source from Hamas, familiar with Deif since the 1990s, conveyed to Reuters that Deif has been pivotal in the evolution of the armed wing since 1994. In 2002, Deif ascended to the leadership of the Qassam brigades following the targeted killing of its prior leader by Israel. The numerous attempts on his life have left their mark. He reportedly bears the scars of conflict, having lost a wife, a son, an eye, an arm, and a leg, turning personal tragedy into a symbol of sacrifice for his followers. Mekumar Abu Sada, a professor of politics at Al-Azhar University in Gaza, reflects on Deif's deep-rooted stature within Palestinian society. He says, even before this, Deif was like a sacred personality and very much respected both within Hamas and by the Palestinians. This respect is born from a sense of shared struggle and the price of resistance. The tale of Mohammed Deif's survival is as remarkable as it is harrowing. Known for his elusive nature, he has been termed slippery by both foes and some admirers as a testament to his ability to evade capture and targeted strikes. Deif's physical transformation is undeniable, from a bomb maker who once relied on his hands to a one-armed, one-legged strategist who now leans on his intellect and elusive tactics. The loss of a leg has not slowed him. Instead, it has become a part of his mythic narrative, embodying the cost of his dedication to the Palestinian cause. Deif's transition from hands-on combat to cerebral warfare demonstrates his adaptation to the changing tides of resistance. His experience in bomb-making laid a foundation for tactical expertise, but his strategic mind has kept him at the forefront of Hamas's military operations. Despite his disabilities, Deif's reputation for being difficult to pin down has only grown. His story fuels narratives on both sides of the conflict, where some see a relentless militant, others view a symbol of defiance against insurmountable odds. Indeed, Mohammed Deif's resilience in the face of personal physical adversity is interlaced with his strategic maneuvers to remain undetected and alive, contributing to his near-mythical status among his peers and adversaries alike. Yet, amid personal losses, Deif's commitment never wavered. For those who aligned with him, these losses only deepened his resolve and mythos. To some, Deif's life mirrors the broader Palestinian narrative of resilience amid adversity, while to others it represents a continuous cycle of violence and retribution. Mohammed Deif's journey from the dusty lanes of a refugee camp to the top echelons of Hamas reveals a man of complexity and contradiction. In seeking the man behind the myth, we confront the harsh realities of a region in unending conflict and the personal stories of those who lead and those who follow. As much as Deif has been molded by his environment, he has, in turn, shaped it, becoming a figure who will be debated by historians for years to come. Our journey now takes us to the clandestine corners where plans are drawn and destinies are forged. The path to October 7th was a mix of hidden moves and public chaos. This was a moment where challenge met careful planning, like a never-ending chess game with two sides stuck in a deadlock. For Deif, it turned into a goal to plan an attack in answer to what he saw as wrongs done to the Palestinian people and their holy places. The blueprint for the attack took shape over time, building on years of military know-how driven by the passion that flares up in Gaza after each clash. Mohammed Deif, known for his skill in battle tactics, was getting ready for a bold strike that would have a significant impact, reaching way past Gaza and Israel. As the one in charge of Hamas's military moves, Deif's influence was seen in the complex tunnels, the sneaking in of weapons, and the non-stop training of fighters, all parts of the plan for the attack. On the night before October 7th, Gaza was waiting in silence. But as the morning came, so did an outburst of violence, starting a grim chapter in the history of this region. When dawn broke on October 7th, a day that would be remembered for all the wrong reasons started to take shape. It was far from a typical morning. You could almost feel the tension in the air, setting the scene for the violent attack planned by Mohammed Deif. The guest brought a violent surprise to Israel. The scale and suddenness of the attack showed Deif's skill in planning and what Hamas could do with him in charge. The careful planning was evident with each rocket fired, each carrying Deif's message and the hopes of a people caught in an ongoing struggle. When the dust began to clear, the actual cost of the attack showed itself. Lives were taken, and the stories of both sides got even more tangled with this latest fight. October 7th was more than an attack. It was a powerful message written with flames and fear, a day Mohammed Deif made sure we'd all remember. After October 7th, the world woke up to a grim new reality, still feeling the shockwaves of the attack. Israel, now on edge, had to think over its safety plans, and Gaza got ready for what might come next. The way conflict worked had changed. The rules were redone by Deif and his group. But it's the human cost that's the real story. Families, no matter which side they're on, face loss, their lives forever marked by the events of this sad day. As the dust from revenge settled, people started asking questions. Could this attack have been stopped? What's next if these kinds of attacks set the new standard for conflict? Mohammed Deif, who planned this dark day, is still a mystery. His effect is apparent, why he does it is debatable, and what he'll be remembered for is controversial. As we end this story, the tale of Mohammed Deif and the October 7th attack stands as a reminder of how complex people can be, how hard justice is to find, and the terrible costs of violence. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to join us and stay informed on the quest for peace and understanding. Share your thoughts below and be part of making things better today.